I know y'all remember this one. This seems like the quintessential show for whatever we got going on over here on this channel right now. Anyway, it's the perfect show, man. It's got the vibes. Everyone's seen it. And if you ain't seen it, you heard about it. But let's be real. If you black, you probably watched this joint. For those of you who haven't, you got Huey and you got Riley. Two little black boys who moved to the suburbs with their grandfather, Robert Freeman. What else you need? Hijinks ensue. What else can I tell you? Riley's obviously the thug. He the wannabe gangster. But he's 8 years old, so he's also really impressionable and real reckless. But you know what? I think he shot a dude first episode. And he been in shootouts, he was in gang beefs and everything. Really, he got probably more juice than Zeus. I'm realizing that. Anyway, Huey is the quote unquote woke brother, the good one, I say. He's not the goody, but he's like the voice of reason. But you know something I realized while watching this joint on the backswing, on the back end after all these years? Huey was always like advocating for something. And it always seemed like he was the positive young brother gonna grow up to be something. But you realize something, if you go back and watch these joints, Huey never smiles, and nobody really seems to like him that much.
But he doesn't stand for what I stand for. Basically, fuck him.
They tell him he boring. It's actually interesting. You would think, but nah. Actually, both these little niggas is bad as a mug and annoying in their own way, and it's cool. Now, granddad is generally he an old man, he irresponsible, he reckless. Sometimes, other times, the two boys just be throwing straight up hands in the other room. There's really nothing else like this show, so we're gonna talk about it even more and how it's.
You ain't squad, you ain't gang, homie. Ain't no hope for this world, dogs in the asteroid in the game, homie. You and me, we ain't the same, homie. 40 into my name, homie. And if I had a 40 or a 38, probably put it to my.
Let me show you what I mean. I'll hit you with a really good example off the bat. In Return of the King, they depict an alternate reality, where Martin Luther King, instead of getting killed or taken out by that bullet that day, he just merely falls into a coma. And instead waking up 32 years after being shot in the future. Which, by the way, first off, gotta say it, immaculate premise. But anyway, Dr. King wakes up, looks around, and kind of, goes on about his life.
Do you love America? Say you love America right now. Say it. Say it. Say it or shut up.
He was doing talk shows. He was being slandered in the media. And he wasn't as influential as you might think. That's why they say never meet your heroes. Instead of this enigmatic figure, they depict him as just some normal guy. So this episode was actually pretty interesting to me, and probably a lot of other people too. The episode goes on, showing how Martin Luther King it's crazy. The episode goes on to show how Martin Luther King adapts to life 30 years later. And it's weird to watch this now because it's so old. It's like watching future past timeception type. Anyway, the episode goes on to show how Martin Luther King adapts to life 30 years into the future. And it shows that no matter how big you are, the world moves on from you. It's alright though. Anyway, it really puts things into perspective. I mean, Riley put it best.
You don't look famous. What are you? An actor? You Morgan Freeman?
I remember this one was taken almost word for word from a news story back in the day.
Dawson says that students use the slang version of the N-word at Valley High School all the time.
And they really took it all the way too. I thought it was funny. Anyway, really, Riley's teacher used the N-word in class. It's essentially an episode about how playing the race card so often as black folks backfires in reality. You didn't really get that justice you wanted, did you? You thought you was gonna get you a little parade. Nah, man. I'm sorry, bro. Those times is over. We used it too much. Oh, and I remember this guy, Rallo Goodlove. This character got on my nerves, man. I had to go back and watch this whole episode because I pressed it in my mind because of CeeLo Green's character. I almost fell asleep recording this part, man. Anyway, Rallo is a political activist of some sort, trying to play up the situation in order to extort people for cash or something. I wasn't really paying attention. They keep falling. I mean, they keep failing. Not falling. Reading is fundamental, y'all. They keep failing and they keep trying. They got Bill Cosby in his joint. The hunger strike. I remember watching this one back in the day, and I didn't really get all the BET stuff in the beginning. I definitely get it now, though. But the real meat and potatoes of this episode follows Huey as he goes on a hunger strike in order to protest BET, of all things, go figure. He's on day 3, and he's already feeling it, which, by the way, is already amazing. Wait, hold up. I forgot about this part. Where they turn up and CeeLo Green start singing. I don't remember this scene being so long. I kind of rock with it, though. So Huey's still trying to reach the people to get BET shut down. And niggas are just eating in his face the whole time. That would be like if you were trying to stay sober and niggas just pop bottles in your face all day. That's some pretty good willpower, Huey. You should channel that discipline into something else besides trying to save niggas. Niggas don't want to be saved, man. Fortunately, he starts to see that as the episode drags on. He about to pass away or whatever. And this nigga Rollo Goodlove still playing in his face, doing nothing to bring down BET. Absolutely disgusting, despicable. Which, by the way, I never really saw BET is all that bad until I saw this episode. The episode shows how one person's voice often gets drowned out, overlooked, or unheard, when it doesn't serve the greater good or fit the wants and the needs of the majority of people. On your own, you ain't shit. But get like 400, 500, 600 people in one place, and suddenly people hear you. That's why in life, they say it's not about what you know, it's who you know. That's why it's important for black folks to stay together. And episodes like this just prove how far we still had to go. But it's been a minute. The Boondocks is one of those nostalgic joints where you just had to be there. It was one of them times. It's a real product at a time, you know? It's kind of like South Park in that way. I mean, how they kind of changed over time with their material. But the Boondocks, they kind of did the same thing, but I mean, I still like the show quite a bit. They had plenty of material to work with back then. It's a shame we never really got a reboot of any kind. I heard they were trying, then we lost John Witherspoon, and that was a wrap. I used to just like watch this joint all the time. It was one of those background clean the house shows. I mean, not really, it's too ignorant for that. But if I were to grade it, I'd give it an A, an easy A. Just don't watch the last season. I'm having a lot of fun making long form content like this. Maybe I'll stick with it for a while. Make sure you like and share the video. All of the background music can be found on this channel and other platforms. It's me and my albums and the music I made with the homies back in Japan. It's a nice little place for the music to live. I like it like that. Everything's original. You know the vibes. We vibing over here. These things take like forever and a day to edit. The plan is to make like 6 or 7 of these before even starting to upload them. At this point in time, this makes 3. So hopefully that'll give me enough of a buffer to stay on somewhat of a decent schedule. And I'll probably be dropping music here and there in the meantime. I always had a hard time nailing down what I wanted this channel to be. Making music has been cool, but the plan was to eventually make longer content, while simultaneously remaining as introverted as possible. I drained my social battery in Japan. I'm not going outside no more. I like being a disembodied voice a lot better. Look out for the next video. We're going to take it back to the 90s. Maybe we'll even bring in a special guest.
Nah, we're not going to be doing that.
This beat remind me of something somebody told me in 3rd grade. Living gon' come with scars. You gon' need you some first date. Live a life good as gold. You don't need to see first place. Second place just as good. Toast it up on your birthday. And smile through the worst days. Cause even nightmares tend to pass quickly. Learn to roll with the punches, dog, and react quickly. And strike swiftly.